getting a test these days is almost impossible. So that's obviously a downside, but there's upside of that.
Is ready to pair.
There's obviously an upside of that, which is you have more time to prepare for your test. So I'm making this video to introduce the playlist, which is how to pass your test without a driving instructor. That's actually kind of clickbait. So what happened is, this all happened because my driving instructor got on my very last nerve with the way he was treating me, and the way I felt like he was just trying to waste my money and just trying to like squeeze basically just waste my time and my money, like giving me unnecessary lessons when I felt like I could have learned a lot quicker if he just taught me the most important shit. But he was trying to, how do you call it, breadcrumb me. He was trying to breadcrumb me with, a lot more lessons than usual. And when I started showing initiative and like, listen, teach me this, I want to learn this so I can get ready quick, he was like, oh, you're being too confident, stop, blah blah blah. He started giving me like fake advice and shit, and basically saying I wouldn't pass my test without him. So I finally decided, no, I'm gonna pass my test without you actually. So I'm gonna tell you guys how I did it very briefly. So again, this is just my advice, do whatever works for you, but this is especially for the people who your driving instructor doesn't suit you, and maybe it's too expensive to get a driving instructor and you just want to do it as quickly and as cheaply as possible. This is what I would recommend you do, right? Use a driving instructor only for like the first 5 lessons, right? If you've never hopped in a car before, if you don't even know what a car is, right, get a driving instructor for the first 5 lessons, just so you can really know how bad you are. You really know what you need to work on, right? First 5 lessons, hopefully that's enough to get you to be able to drive without crashing, right? As long as you can drive confidently, knowing I might not be the best driver, I might stall a lot, but as long as you know that you're not gonna crash and you're not gonna be a danger on the roads, that's good enough to start learning by yourself, at least in my opinion. Again, this is my video, this is my opinion. So once you do those first lessons in those 5 periods, be really focused, take loads of notes on the things that you need to work on. And then after those 5 lessons, you can start learning by yourself. Obviously have someone who is in the car with you, who has a driving license, because legally you have to have someone in the car, and all of those things. Do your research. But once you do that, then you can start driving on by your own. And then what you want to do is I watched a lot of videos like Clearview driving and stuff. In this day and age, there's so much stuff on the internet. You can, get all the tips and things you need to practice on. So like hill starts and really mastering your clutch and all of those things. I'm not going to tell you how to drive. There's plenty of stuff on the internet. But what I'm saying is, after those first 5 lessons, you're going to know how bad you are. You're going to know what to work on. And then I would recommend you actually buy your car. A lot of people want to pass their test first and then buy their car. I would recommend you buy your car first. That will give you more motivation to want to practice quickly. And so you're going to be able to practice and get really good really quick. And once you do that, you can then have one more mock test with a driving instructor if you want, just to test how good you really are. I didn't do that. I just practiced by myself and then I went straight into my test. But some people, for that peace of mind, you might want to have one more mock test with your driving instructor and then go in for your test. And yeah, that's basically what I did. If you're someone who your driving instructor isn't for you, it's too expensive, that's what I would recommend to do. Start with a driving instructor, learn how bad you are, look at the things you need to work on, and then do them by yourself in your car. And then one final mock test before you go in for your test. So the videos in this playlist are going to be a mock test I did multiple mock tests, but it's going to be one where the camera is zoomed in on my clutch to see the clutch control and everything. And I also recorded my actual test. I didn't put all the clips there. I put different clips from another mock test I was doing, but basically the whole point was that recording of the test shows all of the maneuvers that I actually did in the test, and it's very representative of the maneuvers that you would do in any test at any test center. We didn't have an emergency stop, but the test maneuvers that are in there, a lot of them are common and you're very likely to see them in any single test you do. So if you enjoy it, make sure you like, subscribe, let me know when your test is, what you did or what you are doing to pass your test, and yeah, enjoy.